Welcome. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the EForce 56 volt battery system. So this is a weed whacker and blower combo. I've had one of these weed whackers before, the older versions with the large battery, and it worked fantastic. I'm looking forward to using this one, so we'll see what's changed in the few years that has been in between my last Echo battery operated system and this one. So excited to open this up. We have a 5-year consumer warranty for residential and probably 2-year for commercial. So they have several things included in this box. This would be the weed trimmer right here, the battery, which is a lot smaller than the last Echo that I had. That was a big brick. So that's going to be interesting because the last Echo I had a large battery at the end of it, which really gave it a nice balance combo between the head itself and the battery. And then this looks interchangeable with the blower. I've never had the Echo blower before, so excited to see that one. And let's go ahead and tear this baby open. We've got a pretty big box here, and it looks well packaged. A little bit beat up on the outside, but that's to be normal with something like this. It's not very heavy. The box isn't heavy at all for this, so I think most people could probably pick it up. And we'll try to show as much as we can here. Woo. So first thing that kind of fell out here is the battery charger, and this feels really good. Good plastic on it, very tough plastic, and a lot smaller than the last charger I had. So it's going to be interesting to see what this is. Same type of things. We have charge lights on the front, a couple lights up here. We'll figure out what those do when we do a testing of this, but this is a nice charger. It looks nice, and I'll be excited to have it on my shelf charging my batteries. Next up here looks like the battery itself, which actually is a lot bigger than I was thinking looking at the picture on this one. So this is still a good weight. So I think I'm still going to get that balance in between. Again, this is a lot of juice in here. This is a 2.5 amp hour battery, EForce 56 volt battery system. So that's going to be charging right over there. We'll leave this on the corner. And as we see here, this had a really nice packaging to keep it from getting damaged on shipment. Now let's see what else we got in here. So we got quite a bit to go. I don't want to pull out the trimmer yet, so we'll just kind of work our way through. And we have the operator's manuals in here, which from experience, we know how to use this. So we'll put those over to the side, and as we go in a little bit deeper, looks good. Looks like we got some more manuals. So this is the operator's manual for the charger, the battery. I think one of those was the grass trimmer, and the other one was for the blower. So lots of manuals. You can do with what you want with these. So we'll put them over there to the side, and now I'm going in here. It looks like it's the trimmer head that might be next. It's like this box is giving birth to a trimmer baby. Nope, it was the blower. So let's look at the blower nozzle, and inside of that, it looks like I have the trimmer handle that's going to go on the extension of the trimmer, and this is the blower DBP 2500 brushless. This will be interesting to see how much power this thing spits out. So I don't know if that's going to stay, but we'll try. Clean up as we go here. Now the next thing in here, I guess it's going to be the blower. I thought this was the trimmer, but wow, look at this. I didn't realize it was going to be this big. This thing is huge. Wow. So it looks like there was 2 cones to that. So a smaller cone, and then this one. Oh, just lock this thing in place. Let's see what happens. You think it goes on just like that? It looks like it does. There's a triangle in the front to lock it down. Let's see. Doesn't seem to go on that easy here. You might have to look at that one. Not quite sure how to get that thing on. We'll take a look at that in a second, but look at the size of that thing. And this was the... So the difference here, not quite sure. It looks like... Okay, so that's the extension. Probably get a little bit more effect, I guess, with that type of nozzle extension on there. So not sure if that would really make any difference, but who knows. The other part was, still looking at this, I can see it doesn't weigh that much. So, okay, there's a lock. There's a lock here, and I can already see something for a lanyard perhaps. It's not very heavy already. Turbo button, some free bubble wrap right there. This puppy looks like it can produce some wind. So, super excited to try and use that one. Let's see what else we got in here. We are definitely getting to the trimmer now. Not much left. I can already see they both come out together. So this isn't like a two-part. It kind of buckles together. Because with these weed trimmers, all right, we're gonna go ahead and let go of this box. Don't need that anymore. Maybe we'll make a fun kids' playhouse. All right, we got some more cardboard here. We'll get rid of that. And we can see here, this is where it's jointed together. And that's because there's a cable going, electrical cable, not like in the olden days where it was, you know, some metal twine that would drive the head. These things have the motor, or should have the motor, right where you want it. Right where you want the torque, that's where the motor is, and that's where we're gonna get all of our power. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move this way a little bit. And it looks like it goes right in here. And there's already what looks to be a screw. Looks like a torque head screw. And we'll just screw it down. Now we're kind of running out of room here on the table, so we'll see. I did see an Allen wrench that's provided. It's with the handle itself, so that's probably something we need to do right away. So we'll get that baby out. We'll get rid of some of this trash. Here we go. We have the torque Allen wrench. So that's how this thing works. We can kind of move our way from this thing here. Let's see. You can kind of get it in there to release this handle. Okay, that comes off pretty easy. The handle at first gets in the way a little bit, but it's not a big deal. So not a big issue. You can still turn the torque wrench all the way. This is going to squeeze over wherever we want to put it. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and try and see if I can get this thing in here. This would probably be one of the reasons why we have an instruction book, so we can look and see what's going on. What I can see here from the instructions is that we have to loosen a couple different bolts on here. So it did come with the Allen wrench for the torque screws on this one. We've got to loosen this up quite a bit. I'm going to remove one of these bolts completely. Let's see if you can see that on there. And we'll see how far this thing goes in there. Okay, now that makes sense. So it does go in all the way. I can see the hole, and I can get this screw all the way through. So this screw here is going to be for assuring there's no rotation on the head. And then the other one right here is going to tighten up substantially. And just in case you missed it before, I did a video on an unboxing of DJI lavalier microphones, which is what I'm using right now. And this is the first lavalier microphone I've used. So I'm pretty happy with it. There's a video on that you can watch. And before, I used to have a microphone that was on a stand, and it would cut out sometimes because my head would move away from where the microphone was. So other things to note on this Echo is I can't get this screw in. I'm going to hold it like this. The head is very weighty. So again, I'm a little bit taller. I'm going to go ahead and put the battery in. And right before I put it in, I'm going to hit this battery button. What'd you see? Looks like we got at least one charge, so we can probably kick this puppy on. I'm going to go ahead and slide it down, and really just to give me some weight here so that I'm not going to pull the trigger yet, but I'm going to pull this up. How I'm going to use it is, I got a little bit longer arms here, so I want to have my trigger here, and it looks like this is more a little bit of a rest. I'm definitely going to use it as a rest here. The head it's heavy. I can definitely feel, moving this around right here. There's going to be some torque. You're going to feel that torque when you move that, I bet. So I'm going to move this handle down to about right about there with a little bit of angle on it. I think I feel good about right there. So let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can tighten that in there as we're standing here. And I'm going to take one more look at the head to make sure that I've removed everything. And then we're going to just power this thing on and weed whack the carpet. Don't tell anyone. So I've got a pretty good tightness here. I just want to check to make sure because I don't want this moving around as I'm using it. And then we'll take it outside and we'll have some fun with some real grass. Okay, we don't want to over tighten, strip anything out there. So we have on the front, I can already notice we have the normal turtle, rabbit. Who's going to win? No one knows. So we'll leave it on turtle for now. We have our safety hold there and then pull the trigger. I'm going to look one more time. We're going to look down here. And there is some tape around the trimmer. And I believe this is probably the larger trim, which is really nice with the Echo brand. I know if you buy some different types of brands, the trimming plastic is so small and thin. You run through it really fast, and it really doesn't make a good edge. Almost some really hard grass will knock it back. It doesn't really work that well, so I like running the thicker diameter, which this might be 0.9. I'm not quite sure. So we'll go ahead and safely try and do this here in the house. So I'm going to just pull the trigger down, and you're about to hear, let's see how loud this thing gets. And we're going to go ahead and, let's see.
Wow. That's not what I was expecting. What is it that you didn't expect? Well, I thought he was going to start up the whacker in the house. Oh, it looked like the battery wasn't charged. Why, couldn't he have charged it? I mean, I really wanted to see that the whacker started in the house. Maybe we'll have to watch the review video. Another video?